When was the last time that this kind of thing happened to you? You were just posting things on the social media. A complete stranger just came out of nowhere and started yelling at you. You got angry and annoyed and you replied, and things just got so much worse from there. You probably ended up attacking each other in the end. Well, that happened to me like yesterday. Twice. Okay, 3 times. In conventional offline environment, just like when I'm talking to you, discussions and debates on public topics sometimes lead to polarized opinions. And that is largely because of 2 reasons: social comparison and selective exposure to persuasive arguments. Broadly speaking, we want to be liked by people around us, so we agree with them, and we are selectively exposed to the arguments that we'd like to agree with. When the internet appeared, many hoped that the democratization of ideas would just follow suit. And we tend to believe that engaging in free sharing of ideas and opinions and exposure to diverse perspectives would facilitate open-mindedness. You know what? Don't get me wrong, the internet has all the potential to do all those things, but as we have all experienced, that isn't always the case. And what contributes to the polarization on the internet? And here comes our study. Based on the existing studies about how people interact with each other online, our research examines how the technical layout of Weibo, a popular microblog platform in China, takes away the interactional context from interpersonal communication and consequently polarizes opinions. Launched in 2009, Weibo is one of the most vibrant cyberspaces in China. Just like Twitter in many other countries, it is commonly used for engaging in public discussions, especially outside of one's own social networks. And just like Twitter, Weibo is a text-based platform and it had a 140-character limit per post. Interactions are also asynchronous. It means that you don't have to reply instantly. And Weibo is also open to public viewing and commenting. So here comes the question. How does this cyberspace affect the way that people interact with each other? In order to look into the Weibo interactions, we examined a large-scale online debate. The research case is a street quarrel incident happened in Hong Kong. On April 21st, 2014, Phoenix Television, an influential media outlet with over 1 million followers, posted a controversial Weibo about a street quarrel. The dispute became a national topic and attracted tens of thousands of Weibo users participated in the debate. But before we look into how they discuss with each other, we must understand some distinctive features of online interactions. Online interaction studies have discussed how online settings can limit our behaviors. Firstly, when we are interacting with each other, there is a lot of contextual information missing. Secondly, we can't know for sure who we are talking to because there are pretty much always undetectable others. The lack of a physical, solid co-presence means that online users have a limited awareness of their audience, which is especially true in one-to-many interactions. Scholars Xiaoli, Tian, and Daniel Menchik coined the term N-adic interaction in 2016 to indicate any particular moment when the discloser does not know the exact number of their interactants. The concept N-adic evolves from dyadic and triadic interactions, emphasizing the effect of the number of interactants. The N-adic structure of online interaction affirms that the major difference between online and offline interaction is the ability to implement audience design, and on Weibo, audience design is further complicated due to its specific technical layout. In this paper, we will discuss in detail about how Weibo limited users' options for audience design, obscured identity markers, imposed a word limit, and facilitated asynchronous interactions, which collectively create many difficulties among users when they're trying to form a shared understanding about their audiences. The users have few choices but to interact under a discrepant context, which means that users can't know for sure which audience group that they are addressing at the moment, the context of the discussion that others are speaking on, and who the audience is as social beings. While interacting under Weibo's technical layout, the users engaged in fierce debates that were fraught with communicative difficulties. Discussants were confused about who they were addressing, their social relationship with the audience, how and why a conversation was initiated, and why the conversation continued when they thought it was concluded. To remedy context discrepancies, many users resort to 3 strategies to make better sense of Weibo conversations. First, sharing personal experiences. Second, adding situational elaborations. And third, calling for solidarity with like-minded individuals. However, such strategy often end in failure under the discrepant context. So, what can we learn from our study? This study advances scholarship on the distinctive features of online interaction by emphasizing how the nuances of technical layout of some online platforms can confuse the way users think about their audiences, which consequently shapes the dynamics of the interactions. In doing so, this paper contributes to our understanding of online debate by showing how the difficulties involved in online audience design often lead to opinion polarization. Besides, next time when some stranger is messaging you on Twitter or Weibo and you are about to start a fight, well, you still can't stop that from happening, but at least you have an explanation.